Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0116 is a diagnostic trouble code indicating a performance problem with the Engine Coolant Temperature ECT Sensor 1 circuit. The ECT sensor is a critical component responsible for measuring the temperature of the engine's coolant, thereby enabling the Engine Control Module, ECM, to regulate various engine functions. It aids in determining fuel mixture and timing. This sensor is typically located near the thermostat housing of the engine block, making it accessible during routine maintenance. Understanding this code is crucial for ensuring optimal engine performance and preventing overheating issues. If this code is triggered, it may result in poor fuel economy or engine overheating if not addressed promptly. Let's explore the details of the DTC, its probable causes, symptoms, and the systematic troubleshooting steps we will follow. The Engine Coolant Temperature ECT Sensor 1 is an integral part of the vehicle's cooling system, serving a vital role in monitoring coolant temperature and providing that information to the ECM. By reading the coolant temperature, the ECM adjusts fuel mixture and timing for optimal engine performance. ECT Sensor 1 is typically located close to the engine's thermostat housing, which is pivotal as it allows the sensor to accurately gauge the coolant's temperature before it circulates through the engine. Any malfunction in this sensor can lead to incorrect temperature readings, resulting in various operational issues. It is essential that this sensor functions properly, as poor performance may leave the engine on an incorrect operating cycle or may cause overheating. Therefore, when the P0116 code appears, it indicates that either the sensor is providing erroneous information or that there is a broader issue within the circuit connecting it to the ECM. There are several possible causes for the P0116 code, the most prevalent being a faulty ECT Sensor 1. A failure in the sensor itself can lead to incorrect temperature readings being relayed to the ECM, causing performance problems. Additionally, poor electrical connections or corroded terminals at the ECT sensor or in the wire connection to the electronic control unit, ECU, could lead to intermittent signals that confuse the ECM. It is also possible for the Engine Control Module, ECM, which interprets data from various sensors for efficient engine management, to become faulty itself. Other factors, including damaged wiring or a malfunctioning thermostat, can also significantly impair sensor performance. Each of these factors contributes to either erratic or complete failure of the ECT sensor system, necessitating a thorough examination during diagnostics. When the P0116 error code is triggered, the symptoms manifested can significantly affect vehicle performance. Commonly, an overheating engine may be observed as the ECT sensor fails to inform the ECM to adjust fuel and timing parameters, potentially leading to engine damage. Additionally, poor fuel economy may arise since the ECM miscalculates the necessary fuel mixture under incorrect temperature readings. Increased emissions may also be a concerning result, as improper fuel mixture can lead to incomplete combustion and higher exhaust outputs. These symptoms can culminate in not just performance issues, but also long-term damage if the underlying problems are not addressed. Therefore, understanding these symptoms is crucial for timely diagnostics and repairs. For the first troubleshooting step for the DTC P0116, begin by turning the ignition switch to the on position, which is the I position on the key switch. This action powers the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine, allowing access to diagnostic data. The next step involves utilizing the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to check the ECT Sensor 1's data. Here, You are particularly looking for readings that show a temperature of 176 degrees Fahrenheit, 80 degrees Celsius or higher, or a voltage of 0.78 volts or lower. If the readings are at or above these thresholds, it suggests the ECT sensor is functioning within expected parameters, prompting you to proceed to Step 6. If not, you will move to Step 3 for further investigation. This step sets the baseline for understanding the performance of the ECT sensor. In Step 2, if the ECT sensor 1 has shown abnormal readings, record the temperature value displayed in the HDS data list. This information is critical for comparison in subsequent steps. After noting the data, you should start the engine. Once the engine is running, you need to hold the engine RPM at 3000 for a duration without load, which means the automatic transmission should be in park or neutral, or the manual transmission in neutral. This procedure is intended to elevate the engine temperature while allowing the ECM to engage with the cooling system correctly. Keeping the RPM high will lead to increased coolant circulation and activate the radiator fan once the designated temperature is reached. After this, the vehicle will idle, which will allow for further evaluation of the ECT sensor 1. After the engine has been idling, proceed to check the ECT sensor 1 data again via the HDS. In this check, it is necessary to look for a significant temperature change. Specifically, the reading should change by 18 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius or more. If such a change is observed, this suggests that the ECT sensor or its circuitry is functioning properly at this moment. However, if no significant change is detected, further investigation is warranted. This step is critical as it helps identify whether the ECT sensor's responses are within the expected operational ranges or if they remain static, indicating potential intermittent failure of the sensor or wiring issues. If the earlier checks indicated that the ECT sensor 1 has varying readings over time, it signifies a possible intermittent failure. Since the system may appear functional in certain situations, it becomes essential to check for poor connections or loose terminals at both the ECT sensor 1 and the ECM, or Powertrain Control Module, PCM. Electrical resistance due to loose or corroded connections can cause erratic sensor readings. It's crucial to examine the wiring harness, connectors, and terminals for any signs of wear, damage, or corrosion. Any deficiencies here may lead to intermittent faults that can confuse the system and produce the P0116 code. Reliable connections are paramount for the system to work as intended, ensuring the ECT sensor relays accurate data back to the ECM. If all previous diagnostic checks confirm that the ECT sensor is defective and potentially causing the P0116 code, the next step is to replace ECT sensor 1. It is crucial to secure a genuine or high-quality replacement part to maintain engine integrity. After installing the new sensor, turn the ignition switch to the on position I to allow the new component to initialize without starting the engine. This action prepares the new sensor for subsequent diagnostic identity, ensuring it doesn't carry over prior faults from past sensors. Ultimately, the replacement should give the ECM accurate readings once the engine is running, which is essential for optimal vehicle performance and reliability. In this step, after successfully replacing ECT sensor 1, the next action involves resetting the ECM or PCM using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Resetting the ECM clears any older trouble codes and prepares the engine control unit to learn the new sensor's functions. Following this reset, it is imperative to perform the ECM-PCM idle learn procedure. This procedure allows the ECM to relearn the engine idle characteristics, optimizing engine stability and ensuring smooth operation post-repair. The idle learn process is crucial, especially after new installations or repairs. Completion of this step ensures that the vehicle will now operate efficiently with the new sensor in place without carrying forward any previous issues. As the final troubleshooting step, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs utilizing the HDS after performing prior resets and procedures. If the diagnostic tool indicates that DTC P0116 is still present, this suggests an ongoing problem that requires further investigation. Go back to the previous checks for poor connections or malfunctions at the ECT sensor and the ECM/PCM. However, if P0116 does not appear on the HDS, it means troubleshooting is complete and the issue has been resolved. If there are any other pending or confirmed codes, further troubleshooting should focus on those newly indicated DTCs per Honda's guidelines, ensuring comprehensive care for any outstanding issues. After completing all troubleshooting steps and replacing the required components, it is critical to verify that the ECT sensor is functioning correctly. This verification involves running the engine and monitoring temperature readings through the HDS to ensure that they are accurate and responsive during operation. Observing that the engine temperature responses align with expected operational parameters will confirm that the correction has been effective. Ensuring that engine performance is restored means evaluating fuel efficiency, temperature regulation, and checking for any residual DTCs. A thorough verification step enhances customer satisfaction and ensures vehicle reliability, confirming that no underlying issues have been overlooked. Preventive maintenance is a crucial aspect of ensuring that the ECT sensor continues functioning over time and that future P0116 codes are avoided. Regular checks on the ECT sensor, including monitoring temperature accuracy and examining for physical damage, can help catch issues early. Additionally, routinely cleaning electrical connections and ensuring that terminals are free from corrosion helps maintain the integrity of the sensor's readings. The electrical system should be inspected periodically to look for signs of wear or damage. Taking these preventative measures minimizes the risk of sensor failure, optimizes engine performance, and prolongs the lifespan of not just the sensor, but the engine as a whole. In conclusion, successfully addressing DTC P0116 revolves around understanding the significance of the ECT sensor within the engine's thermal management system. Accurate readings from this sensor are vital for the ECM to make informed decisions regarding fuel delivery and engine timing. The troubleshooting steps underscore the need for a systematic approach in verifying sensor functionality and addressing any underlying issues within the circuit. By adhering to organized diagnostic procedures, we ensure that performance discrepancies are resolved efficiently. Regular maintenance practices and level monitoring also enhance the overall reliability of the ECT sensor and engine health in the long run. All of these steps contribute to smooth vehicle operation, achieving optimal performance while preventing future complications. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.